I was in a state agency for 2 years of my life back in the early 2000s. I then left, then went back to that, and my boss just basically sent me an email and said, would you like to become a surveyor? And there is a course here, and there's an open day next month. Would you like to go along? And I went along, and pretty much that was it. So it was a Sava course. I went to the open day. I met a couple of the trainers. Larry Russin was one that I vividly remember turning up. I thought it seemed professional. My boss was telling me how good it looked from the outside, and having that open day and looking at the potential and the prospects and the job opportunities and the career that it would be able to give me, I didn't think there was any other choice, to be honest with you, than the Sava course. So I came to this conference 3 years ago and met quite a few people, but was very fortunate to meet Avery, who I now work for. I wasn't qualified at the time, but I wasn't too far away. So we had an informal chat there and then, exchanged contact details, arranged to maybe discuss it again closer to me completing, which I did. I was very fortunate that they were then able to offer me a job offer, which I took, and I'm still here now. So loving it. I'm only two and a half years in at the moment, so I'm learning to walk before I run. But the career opportunities and prospects within Avery are fantastic. Looking at potentially doing my APC at some point, and then maybe exploring other things such as damp surveys is something that I'm really interested in. So there are plenty of opportunities within Avery and within the industry. There are various different pathways to go to following the Sava course. For me personally, it was working for someone where I could have a good work-life balance. I have young children, a wife who's working long hours as a police officer, so I wanted to work for a smaller firm that would allow me more flexibility and maybe to choose my hours a little bit more. Obviously there are opportunities in corporates, for example, but for me, the piece of advice I would offer to anybody going forward and progressing through the course is stick to it. It's not easy, but it's not easy for a reason, because you come out with a very good qualification, you're into the industry, and you're ready to go out there and become a residential surveyor and valuer.